Hi, Capricorn. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my DM to my DF today. We're going to find out what your person's thoughts and feelings are, do a little bit of a deep dive into this connection, what spirit messages are coming through, some love messages today from your DM. So let's get started. If you're new to my channel, welcome. So grateful that you're here. This will be a channeled message. I am a psychic medium and a intuitive love and life coach specializing in using my intuition to help people with their relationships and messages from spirit. So let's see what spirit has for you for today for my from my DM to my DF, and let's just see what's going on in this particular connection with you, my Capricorn. Spirit, I'm here with my Capricorn. Can you please share with me any messages that you have for them from their person, the person that they're thinking of right now, the person on their mind? I am listening for you now. I've been waiting to bond with you through communication. I want to talk to you. Let's talk. Let's go out for drinks. Let's talk. You're the one I've always wanted by my side. So they've already recognized you as you're the one. I love that. I'll take that. Let's get another one of these. I'm up for the challenge your cold exterior provides. Maybe if they're giving you a cold shoulder right now, maybe they're not being as attentive as you want. You're like, let's talk. I don't know. We're going to have to get some clarification on that. And I'm so sorry for taking the stupid risks of losing you. Okay, so maybe somebody has been pushing the other person away for some reason, a little bit of a low communication, or even just the cold shoulder. You know, sometimes you're just upset with somebody for some reason. But the good news is that you're the one I've always wanted by my side, and let's talk. Like, I want to continue to talk. I want to get through this, whatever this is. So maybe it's just a matter of time that we've kind of worked through some kind of issue. Spirit, please share with me, what is my DM's thoughts right now? I have a 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Okay, some kind of truth is coming out, and a 10 of Cups. This person can see themselves being very happy with you. There could be some loose ends. There could be some unfinished business that they're trying to, I don't know. You know, sometimes you just have to, it doesn't mean that they're in a relationship with someone. You know, when you're transitioning from one relationship into another, even if the other relationship's been over for a long time, it's like peeling off a Band-Aid very quickly. You know, it just has a tendency to open up old wounds, triggers, things that upset somebody. So there could be a little bit of that going on. Like when you said that, it reminded me of something somebody else did. So maybe some triggers have been exposed, something like that. But the good news is I really feel like since the moment I met you, it's almost the sense of I've never been so happy. I will say that. I think that it has been very much, maybe that they're saying it's been all fun and games, you know, and maybe something real has just happened. Maybe something has come to the surface, and maybe it's our first fight. It could be as simple as that. Maybe it's our first real fight, or it's our first argument or disagreement or something like that. But the truth is going to come out. You know, this queen is going to pull it out of them if you feel like your DM has been distant. But right now, from their perspective, it's like things have never been this good for me. And they're saying bottom of the deck is a 2 of Pentacles. So it could be unrelated to you. It could be, I'm sorry, I can't give you as much time as I normally do. I'm really swamped with work. I've been, you know, super stressed out lately. I do have tremendous feelings for you. I am happy with you. So maybe it's a little bit of a, I don't understand why I'm not seeing them as much as I was, or I'm not hearing from them all day long like I was. And maybe they've actually settled into this relationship that they don't feel like they have to text you 10 times a day, that they are really just trying to focus on another area of their life because they actually feel like your relationship's going pretty well. And you're thinking, well, they're not messaging me all the time, so maybe they're not as into me. And that's not the case. Maybe they have gotten to the point where they feel more secure in this connection. And I'm very happy with you. My DM is very happy with you. So if you're not feeling like you're getting enough attention, then just say, hey, I need more attention, or can you at least call me during the middle of the day? Like, it's too big of a stretch to go from hearing from you in the morning and then to nighttime. Can you at least send me a text at lunch and just kind of touch base with me? Like, maybe you guys can come up with something that makes you feel more connected, something like that. Spirit, what do you have for this connection? Where is this connection headed? I do feel like this DM is really happy. I don't know how you're feeling, but the DM is happy. I have a yin and yang energy. I'm very balanced with you. I think the stress is outside influences, work, money. I think that your energy is really okay. That's maturity. It's growing. I like that. It's growing. It's blooming. We're learning about each other. Things are starting to, it's almost the sense of things are starting to settle in. And sometimes when we go from that really newness, that excitement, and we're all into each other, and it starts to settle into more of a routine or a pattern or comfort zone, I should say, then we start to think, well, they're not as into me as they used to be. And that's not the case at all. I think they think that they've kind of done their job of winning you over, and now they just want to figure out a way to just live their lives with you. That's how it's coming into me more. I have great hope for this connection. The number 31 in this card, the number 35 in this card jumped out at me. I have great hope in this connection. I have great hope. Oh, look at the bottom of the deck. Thank you, Spirit. I have great hope for this connection. I think that we could be really happy together. Okay. So this sense of the 10 of Cups, right? And a commitment. I mean, this person's thinking, I probably want to spend the rest of my life with you, whatever commitment means to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be, engagement rings, but it could be that, we live together, or we are exclusive, or we are never, we don't want to be with anybody else, or we have exchanged rings, but it wasn't in, in a legal sense. It was in an emotional sense that we exchanged vows, so there's a lot of different ways that people commit to each other, but I feel like he's moving in that direction. I feel like you're the person, you're the one. And the only thing that's jumping out at me today is this sense of maybe it's not as exciting as it was in the beginning, because it's settling into this sense of normalcy. And there is something to be said for being content. There is something to be said for, things are going well and I'm not rocking the boat. And maybe your person's just very content, but if you're not getting out of it what you want, then you need to let them know. Because I do feel like they want to try. There's the Magician. They'll do anything. Page of Wands. If you want more passion, like, I need you to be, as into me as you were when we first met. Right? I need you to make love to me more often. I need you to be more affectionate to me, and it's almost the sense of the Magician says, well, I didn't know that, thank you for telling me, because now I'll try harder. And now I will put in my best foot effort, something like that. So I think this person's kind of settled in. I mean, I mean, sometimes that is a problem in itself, that you feel like they're taking you for granted, or you feel like they're not putting in any effort. They used to, put in all kinds of effort into doing romantic things when they first met you, and now they do nothing, and you're like, hey, you've got to entertain me. There's a lot of other people out there, right? There's a lot of other choices. You want to be with this person, but you also want to continue to feel special, right? You also want to feel like you are the one, and they do want to only be with you. And you just are like, but at the same time, you're like, hey, if you're not going to put any effort into me, you're not the only fish in the sea, right? So that happens too. Queen of Wands, I want to feel somebody desire me. I really do. I think that that is what's going on. And they do desire you. Look at that energy in that card. Isn't that gorgeous? They do desire you. Okay. They don't want to be with anybody else, Spirit just said. So if you're lacking in that area of your life, like, I need you to show me. I need you to kiss me like you mean it. Okay. I need you to make love to me. I need you to hold me. Those are all things that you can share with this magician and say, these are things that I need out of this relationship. And I do feel like they want to give that to you, but it is very much this feeling of, I only desire you, and as I'm going through, time in life, I find out new things about you. I find out different things about you, that it gets deeper. It's the things that I was attracted to initially are great, but as I fall more in love with you and I become more committed to you, maybe I fall in love with you and desire you because, you're a great nurturer, that you're always there for me, that you have my back, that you love me unconditionally, and I know it, so all of a sudden that love turns into, I don't know, you just love somebody for different reasons. And sometimes you love somebody because you just know that they're always going to be there. And I will say, my Capricorn, I feel like your person is in it for the long run. This person will always be there. I do feel a tremendous commitment to you. Okay, whatever that is, at least an emotional commitment at this point. So let's say I see signs reminding me of you everywhere I go. It could be definitely signs, but it did just feel as if everything, they think of you like throughout their day. Okay. Like if something happens in their day that's funny, it's their first person that they want to share that story with is you. They can't wait to get home to tell you. They can't wait to call you and say, oh, she's going to think this is great. So it was more that kind of an energy, that you're the first person that they think of when good things happen. And that's kind of a fun thing. Let me in. I promise I won't hurt you. I do feel that. I do not feel like this person is going to hurt you. I feel like they want to, if you're not happy with anything, I would be honest with them, because I do feel like they would be willing to make some changes. They would be willing to try. They want to keep you happy. Sometimes people just get into a routine, and it has nothing to do with like, I'm trying to hurt you. It's just, it's convenient. It's easy. It's a rut, right? So you have to keep it exciting. You do inspire me. You do, bring out the best in me. So those are good things. This still feels too good to be true, and I think that we're moving into the stage of unconditional love and comfort. And when we get into that stage, it is a feeling of, I know this person isn't going anywhere, and do we take advantage of that sometimes? Sometimes we do, until we step back and say, oh boy, I better not take this for granted, because this really is good. And I don't want to risk ever losing this, right? Something like that. Okay, let's see what else they have to say. Let's say a career. Yeah, I think that Yeah, maybe they put a lot of time into you in the beginning. They were always texting or calling or sweet nothings, and then all of a sudden we're settled in, our relationship is going really well. And then all of a sudden they're like, I am putting more effort into my career, and you feel like you're not spending as much time with me. Are you as into me as I'm into you still? So a lot of that starts to happen, but you can talk about that. I need more give and take in this connection. Okay. I need more give and take. So they're aware of that. Maybe you just say, hey, like, what about me? Can you take an evening off and just, be with me? Can you take a weekend off and just be with me? So maybe there's something going on, like, and I don't even think they're ghosting you, but it's like, where are you? Okay, I don't think they're ghosting you, but I feel like it's like, where are you? Maybe because you were together all the time in the beginning. Maybe you felt like this person couldn't get enough of you in the beginning. And now all of a sudden there's like, the phone calls are less in between, or you don't hear from them all day. I think they're just getting back to quote unquote their life, and you're a big part of their life. Of course, you're a big part of their life, but they have other things in their life that they have to do. So I think you just have to accept it as it's probably that we've just gone into the next phase, and that we are in that comfort zone. So when we're in that comfort zone, we want to keep it special. We want to keep a spark going, right? We want to keep it alive. Spirit just said, I have a 7 of Swords. I want to make sure that we're not keeping anything from anybody. Like, if you're upset about something, don't keep it in. I mean, that's something that we want to. Here's my King of Wands. I want the passion. I want you to feel passionate for me. And he does feel passionate for you. He does feel passionate for you. He's a king. That's gorgeous. Yeah, I mean, he has a belief that you're going to be together. I feel like it's a commitment. I do. I feel like we are moving in the direction of some kind of commitment. Is it a church wedding? It could be a church wedding. I mean, it depends on what it is that you guys want. Queen of Cups. I feel incredible when I'm with you. You're everything I ever wanted with that 6 of Cups. So I feel like you're everything, like, you are everything that they were looking for. And it's almost a sense of, I'm sorry if you feel like I haven't been giving you enough attention, or that I haven't been there for you. Like, I don't think that they would ever want to hurt you that way. So I feel like it's just life. I feel like life has caught up with them. They're busy. They have work. They have other responsibilities. And as long as you guys are good, they're like, I'm going to go over here and focus on these things right now because we're good, right? So it's that kind of feeling. But this person has every intention of continuing a future with you. So I'm going to say, look for the spark, keep it alive. I should have told you how I felt when I had a chance. Okay. So this holding it back, that 7 of Swords, one of you needs to let something out. One of you needs to let it out. Please wait for me a little bit longer. Okay. Maybe they can't give you what it is that you want right now, and you're kind of holding on for that. But I think it's going to come in time. I really do. I compare everyone I meet to you. Okay. So they don't want to be with anybody else. They do think about you, throughout their day, and when they're not with you. All of those things are happening. Time hasn't changed my feelings for you. That's really a great summary, because it is this feeling of, I love you and I'm as excited about you as I was in the beginning. We're just doing different things, or our energy has shifted to this comfort zone. And I don't know. I mean, maybe they get it. Maybe they say, okay, you're right. I'm taking you for granted, and I need to do more things that, are romantic or something. The path I am on is leading me straight to you. So I feel like you're on the same path together. Okay. I feel like you guys met each other. You're on the same path together. I feel like it's pretty smooth sailing for the most part. maybe we've got a couple things that we're working through, but I feel like it's just life. On the whole, this is a really nice connection. I often wonder to myself if it's too late. Now, that could be a time element. Maybe some of you are planning a family or would like to have a family, and maybe we're literally thinking about how old we are, how old we would be when the child is born, how old we would be, by the time we finish raising this child. So it could be something that's, just very time sensitive to some of you. Spirit, what are some other messages that you have for me? I love this. The path that I am on is leading me straight to you, because you're on the same path is how I feel. I have a 3 of Pentacles. There's that sense of I'm working hard. Maybe there's some kind of leader in their job. Maybe they're a boss of some kind, or that they just have to work. Some people just are consumed with working just to pay their bills, and it has nothing to do with you. So I have all kinds of feelings for you all the time. I love this. A little bit of a spark here. I will say that. I do feel a little bit of I understand that you want to keep things fresh and new. There's a little bit of a spark feeling there with that page. I have a 6 of Pentacles. I get that I want to give more often, right? So maybe we just have a conversation about, let's keep this new, let's keep this new. Let's keep this love alive, something like that, right? We don't want to get bored with each other. We don't want to be disappointed with each other. We want to keep tapping into that excitement that we had in the beginning. And all I know is that this path that you're on, the path that they're on, which is even nicer, it led them straight to you, right? So that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So let's put this out into the universe. Let's thank Spirit for this reading. I do want to thank Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for this reading today. Before I close, I do want to share, I get a lot of questions about the decks that I use in my reading. So I thought what I would do is just share with you the deck names real quickly. So the first deck I used today is the Why Spell Tarot deck. I did get this on Amazon. Here is the information. That was the gold and black deck. A lot of the oracle cards I use, I get on Etsy. This oracle deck was the Love Story oracle cards. And again, here is the information. Okay, so if you're interested in this particular deck, and I have hundreds and hundreds of decks in my collection. So I've made it a New Year's resolution that I would try to share that information with my subscribers a little bit more often. So maybe this is a good way to do it. We'll see. If you like this, let me know. So this is the beautiful, that energy, that blue energy deck, that Prisma Visions Tarot. These are beautiful. And I have this James Reed in a James R. Eads, in a couple different colors. And it's just, they're stunning. And I read these decks in particular very intuitively, and they're really awesome. And then I have the last tarot deck I used today was the Tarot Grand Lux, and by Ciro Marchetti. And this, so I think you can get at this point on Amazon. So beautiful decks, and those were the decks that I used today. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, I will put my website link, Kathy Mamolen, psychicmedium.com, in the description below.